And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said it's an honor, but he added, scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting blocked shots and things of that nature always ranked above them. Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. D.A., thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And Harrell's in at the center position. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. So the Lakers win the tip. LeBron with it. Pass to Davis. Pass to Kuzma. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Leonard looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11, and that one goes long. Here are the Lakers. And it's Rondo in the corner. To the inside. Here's Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
That one falls for Davis.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
And both free throws good for Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Pass to Leonard. First quarter, just over a minute played. And the layup falls.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's LeBron. The pass to Kuzma. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
That shot missing. LeBron with some nice D. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Rondo against Beverly. The feed to George. 17-foot shot on the way. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Here's James. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Feeds it to Leonard. Right through the D for the layup. Leonard's got his second basket.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Now here's Kuzma. Knocks it loose. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Rondo finds Green. Good on the shot.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Williams against Green. Pass to Beverly. Now here is George. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 4 on the clock. Williams for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Green. Misses the floater. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly there.
The Lakers trail. James looking around. Passes it to Davis. Pass to Rondo. Davis inside. He's defended by Harrell. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And that sends Anthony Davis to the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Lakers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
I tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and Marcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Here's Beverly. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Shamet the pass to Zubac. Over Cousins. No good from Zubac.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here is Daniels. They get the rebound. Cousins. No good. Shot missing. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Beverly. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here is Cook. Defended by Beverly. Green with the block. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers on top, leading by a point. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. JaVale McGee is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Cook in at the point. Here is Cook after the Clippers pick up 2. Caldwell-Pope outside. Here is Cook. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And McGee kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Daniels passes to Cousins. And the rejection by Zubats. A 3 from Leonard. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley, and the Lakers also making a change. Bradley's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The Clippers in the lead. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Kept alive. Here's Cousins. No good with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Bucket is good. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by McGee. 6 points here for Cousins.
Well, the suitors didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another 1-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise caliber player.
Here is Daniels following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Now McGee still looking for his first bucket in this one. Bradley kicks to Cook. The 3. They get it back. The shot's good from McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shamet finds Green, shoots over McGee, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Mark, we're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this switch here. Carroll's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Cousins. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. LeBron's checked in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Cook. Now here's Rondo. And it's Davis missing. There's 1:54 left now here in the second. Now here's Shamet. Defense right on him. George passes to Green. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Avery Bradley. How great the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams. 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections. And 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters.
Take a break.
In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective. Only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
That's good from Green. Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. Both free throws good from Green. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
LeBron drives in. He gets that one.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Outside, George from outside the arc. Rebound the Lakers. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. James, stolen by George. Dishes it to Hero. Outside, Williams jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Kuzma inside. He's against Green. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. 3-pointer. And it's Green missing. Shamet with it. He's against Kuzma. And that one's good, Shamet.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection, some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Leonard down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Everly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. It's George on the wing. Here's Leonard and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Now here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Kuzma. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
Clippers ball.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Throw good, Lou Williams. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Here's George following the basket by Anthony Davis. George dishes to Leonard. LeBron against George. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Rondo finds Kuzma. LeBron against George. 2 points. That one goes. 6 points for LeBron.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered him.
Williams passes to Harrell. George against LeBron. Over in the corner, Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Rondo. LeBron trying to free himself up. And that one is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's LeBron. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. James outside. Here's Davis. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Davis has got 11 points.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Williams passes to Harrell. Down low, here's Leonard, scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Green comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. The Lakers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Leonard. 16 points for him. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And Bradley gets it to go.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Here's Shamet. A rebound by the Lakers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. The pass to Bradley. Back to Cousins. Kicks it out to Bradley. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Bradley's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
No good on the second free throw. Leonard inside. James covering. Good on the bucket. Leonard's got 13 points in just this quarter.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers ahead, up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Lakers trail by 3. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. DeMarcus Cousins out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rondo in at the point. Here's Cousins. Back to McGee. Kicks it to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. LeBron with another miss. Clippers leading by 3. Pass to Beverly. And here is Zubac. And that one's good. Shemet.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Green kicks to James. Passes it to Cousins. They kick it out to Green. Offensive rebound. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from DeMarcus Cousins.
You gotta love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
And the Clippers call time here.
It was to the chagrin of many that Cousins joined the Warriors last season, but it looked to be the right choice for him. Gotta take his time rehabbing and came back to a team in first place with no pressure. Checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for JaMychal Green. Lou Williams is subbed in for Landry Shamet.
And the Lakers also making a switch. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. Outside Leonard. Shoots over Cousins. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
LeBron kicks to Green. Davis surveying the floor. Stolen by Beverly. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And, you know, Beverly made his name with his defense. I mean, a clever player uses his quick hands to steal the rock. He also is physical and disruptive.
Here's Davis. That one, no good. 3T that time from Harold. Here's Leonard. No good on the fast break pull-up.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
LeBron outside, trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And finished off by Davis.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Williams against Green. For three. The Lakers with the rebound.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Rondo dishes to James. Floats it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Beverly with the ball. He feeds it to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. James finds Cousins. That puts them in the lead. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and Cousins never shy when his team needs a game-changing basket.
Outside, George, wide open look, and the shot is long.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Green, no luck. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers to the left side wing. Now here's Beverly. Pass to George. Broke loose. It's stolen by Green. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Cousins. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 1. There's 1:26 left in the game. Our Jordan player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting with basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
So the first one drops, and that ties the game up.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
George against LeBron. Outside Rondo. Davis in the corner. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, no good by the Lakers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Back to Rondo. There's the three. It's money from deep.
It's a scary sight and a long night when Rondo starts lighting it up like this.
40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Over in the corner, Williams. Buries the triple.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And the Lakers call time here. They're behind by 1. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Rondo. On the wing, Davis. Can't get the three to fall. And an intentional foul right there.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? You know, if he misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making it.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league, an absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 11 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
He's guarded by Williams. Off target from downtown. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
At the line for your Clippers, Paul George. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
So the Clippers with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.